Hey everyone, yeah, hope you're doing well. I feel like I got an interesting topic that we need to discuss, and y'all let me know in the comments, especially talking about salary pay. But anyway, before we do that, I'll let you know what I got going on. So I just pulled up. I had to go pick up a load of 140 bales of pine straw. Looks like it's gonna be raining tomorrow and storming. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to storm all day long or be a rain out by any means, but probably gonna be too wet to do a lot of lawn care related work. So I've got a pressure washing job lined up and 2 straw jobs lined up. So yeah, we actually trimmed the bushes at one of those particular jobs Monday. So I want to throw this out there. Yeah, make sure, obviously, you guys have been doing this, know this already. Anytime you get ready to lay some straw or mulch, if the bushes need to be trimmed, make sure you go ahead and do that, because I know a lot of people, homeowners especially, I'll notice, they'll go ahead and put their ground cover down. They say, they're wanting to trim the bushes up, and obviously when that happens, if they're blowing it out or raking it out, or maybe they take a tarp, that can be kind of a hassle, but most people are going to rake it out. Obviously they're going to rake out a lot of that mulch and straw with it, so you don't want to do that. So always make sure to tell people, if they're wanting straw or mulch, the bushes need to be trimmed or thinking about having them trimmed, go ahead and do that beforehand, right? So I throw it out there for some of you young guys may not realize that. It's pretty common sense once you've been doing this for a long enough period of time. But appreciate all you new subscribers, y'all. I've got a lot of new ones here recently, especially from the video I did of the setup video. I think I've gotten 25 subs from that particular video. Hasn't got us quite as many views as I thought it would. I think it's right around 650. But I feel like for that amount of views to get 25 subs from it is a good video, for the, growing my channel and adding new subscribers, all that kind of stuff. So appreciate all you guys for sure, man. I mean, like I've said before, I feel like I'm really learning a lot, y'all. Yeah, and I appreciate all the comments and all the camaraderie. We are one big family. Let's act as such. Let's help each other out, encourage one another, and all that kind of thing. Let's don't be negative towards one another and all that. But I think none of us know it all. None of us have all the answers. We can all get better. We can all grow in our businesses and become more profitable and all that kind of stuff. So that's something I definitely feel like doing YouTube and watching more YouTube videos has allowed me to do. So appreciate all you guys. Feel free to comment anytime you want and all that kind of thing. So very appreciative, very encouraged. Appreciate I've had some new people that haven't commented before comment, and very encouraging comments. Let me know they enjoy my videos, and I feel like I give out good information and all that. So yeah, I really appreciate that. I know a lot of guys, especially men, claim they don't like or they don't need to be encouraged. We all know that's a lie. Everyone likes a little bit of encouragement. So anytime you're doing something like I am with YouTube, it feels good to know that people feel like, you're, putting out good content and good information. But again, I feel like I learn more from you than you learn from me, I'm sure. So, but yeah, appreciate every one of you. Yeah, hope you're blessed for sure. But yeah, let's talk about salary, guys. I feel like it's something interesting, talk about if you've ever done it or if you're thinking about it. And I want you guys, anybody that's watching this video, if you've paid a guy salary before, I'm really curious your thoughts. How did it go? Are you still doing it? Because I'm just gonna give you some random feelings and some random thoughts about my situation with Justin, paying him a salary. This will be the 3rd year I paid him the salary. And I'll give you some thoughts and that kind of thing, just to let you know how I feel about things and why I did it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, really curious you guys, again, that have done it or doing it now, paying a guy a really good salary. I've watched a few videos from Mike Andes, here recently. He's talked about, how if you're really looking to scale and really looking to have, one of those really big businesses, having a general manager. Obviously, in that situation, if you're going to have a general manager in your business, you're probably going to have to pay that guy a really good salary. But for me, when it comes to my business, is having a couple of guys with me right now. And JR, by the way, is working out great. Thank God he was here. I'll get into that here in a minute as to why I was glad he was here the last couple of days, because Justin was sick. But yeah, I think for that situation, you're almost going to have to pay a guy a salary if he's going to really manage your business, so to speak. But if it's just someone that, in my case here recently, Justin really he's been with me, for the last several months, because we haven't had enough work, to justify doing 2 trucks, in the fall and the winter. So that's what I've been doing here lately, and that's my situation. He's not a manager by any means. He just helps me get work done, that kind of thing. So yeah. My thinking is, if you have your business set up to where you have that general manager, I think it makes a lot more sense, to be honest with you. But my reasoning behind it, ultimately, guys, was to help him out when we first agreed to do it. I was really looking to help him out, help him be able to manage his money better instead of making more money, obviously in the spring and the summer, which we typically do as a business as well. I wanted to help him, have that consistent money month in, month out, good money too, money that he can live on and manage, all that kind of stuff, be able to take care of his bills easier and be able to manage the money better, right? So that was ultimately the reason why I decided to do it, was to help him out first and foremost. And he has done, I will say this, before I paid a salary, and this has been a good thing, before I paid the salary, Justin wasn't very reliable. I mean, literally, guys, I could write a book about some of the situations that I would encounter with Justin. And I'm not going to get into all those, but I mean, it was just a lot, man. I mean, it would, any other person other than me, I guess, y'all would have let him go a long time ago, even though he does a really good job overall when he's here. It was just getting him here in the truck working was an issue before I started paying the salary. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, they were just, like I said, I could write a book. So since I started paying the salary, that's improved. Okay, him being ready to go, ready to work, and all that kind of thing has improved for sure. Hold on a second. I'm gonna stop it right quick. So there's a guy coming up. Hi guys, I'm back. Yeah, I'm actually cooking some chicken now, so I figured come behind my fence. A couple of kids are playing over, jump on the trampoline. My son Braylon, grandfather came by and needed him to come back home, so that's why I got a little sidetracked there. But I'm good now. But anyway, yeah, I'm trying to figure out, remember what I was talking about. Yeah, I think it was the fact that I felt like once I started just on salary, I felt like it allowed him to really take the job more seriously and take ownership. So once he started doing that, or once that happened, I didn't have to deal with the silliness as much, the missing for various reasons, and all that all of y'all know about that have had employees before. I'm sure y'all have got some crazy stories you could share with guys here working for you in this industry. But yeah, I feel like it really allowed him to take ownership. So that's been a real positive in terms of giving him the salary, and it has. Even though I would say, he doesn't really necessarily do a great job of managing his money. It is a significant amount of money. It's definitely a livable wage, and it helps him to do that, better in terms of his bills and all that kind of thing. But yeah, y'all, that's been a good thing for sure. Let's see here. What was I going to say? Yeah, I think 2 things you're going to have to consider if you're even thinking about doing this is, number one, is it somebody that's going to be with you over the long term, okay? So are they somebody that's going to be with you for multiple years, or is it somebody that's going to come for a year or two? And that's something obviously you're going to have to discuss with that particular person, and make sure you're communicating well with them. Is this something they like to do? Do they like working for you specifically? And just discuss those things, because ultimately it's going to be easier to build a business if you have guys that are with you for a long period of time. I think we all know that, and that's really what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm hoping is the case with JR. It seems like it is, and he's doing a great job, by the way. Really enjoy working with him. He's got a good personality. He's been on time every day. I am having to pick him up, take him home. Hopefully he'll get that whole car situated, ride situated, taken care of, situation taken care of soon. But it's not a big deal. I'm having to pick him up, get him where he lives. So overall, he's doing a good job. But you definitely want guys that, if you want employees and you're planning on growing your business and going further, you want guys that are going to be with you in the long term. That way you can really build and grow together, right? So, that's the big deal. I think number 2, just someone that you can rely on. Is someone that's dependable. Do they get sick a lot? It doesn't really matter the reason, whether they're sick, whether a dog, gets hurt, or, whatever it may be, y'all. Are they somebody you can depend on to show up day in, day out? If they're not, yeah, you definitely don't want to consider doing a salary, because I'm telling you, you pay a guy really good, Yeah, really good. Essentially what equals to a really good day rate, given the salary that you're paying per month. If they're not showing up to help you, especially specifically on days like today when the weather's good, regardless of the reason, I'm telling you, you're going to start feeling a certain kind of way. You know, and I have it set up to where Justin's actually already used his sick days this year that we agreed on. So I've got it set up since he missed today being sick and missed a half day yesterday, missed a full day last Friday. So yeah, the last week, yeah, I'm not feeling too good about the whole salary pay because he's been missing a lot of times, missing a lot of time on really good weather days where, you know, we're able to get a lot of work done. Luckily, you know, JR has been with me, so we've been able to get things done without him. So that's good, but definitely going to need him as things pick up and get busier for sure. But yeah, you definitely want a guy that you can depend on, okay? Doesn't matter whether the person gets sick or whatever it may be. If he's not with you, helping you and the business make money, that's something you definitely got to consider. So that's point number 2 if you're even considering it. I think those are 2 things that you really got to think about in terms of paying a guy a salary, okay? So, yeah, y'all, let's see what else I was going to say. I think definitely, you know, you're going to benefit as a business owner paying someone a salary during the spring and the summer when you're really busy, or you should, you know, if you set things up right. Now, this is something I'm going to point out, something I've noticed, and this isn't necessarily, I guess, a bad thing. I mean, it could be potentially something I worry about in terms of, you know, my guy, you know, with him getting paid a salary, you know, whenever, like last year, whenever I give him a list of jobs to do, especially if he's working by himself, his mindset is to get done as quickly as possible, okay, because he knows he's getting paid the same amount regardless, right, which it can be good and can be bad too. I mean, I think the bad thing about it is you kind of worry if you give a list, if you give a guy a list, of say 15 yards and you're expecting him to get done around 4 and he's getting done at 2:30, well, I guess that's good if you don't get any complaints. Now, it would be rare that I would get complaints, but I would get certain customers that complain about him going super fast and turning real fast in the lawn, making some little marks here and there. And that would be an issue from time to time. But overall, it really wouldn't get a lot of complaints. My biggest fear was he's trying to get done so fast. You know, like I said, maybe he's missing stuff. Maybe he's just not, the quality isn't quite as good. Again, if you're not getting complaints, maybe that's not an issue. But I'm worried about him driving. You know, how's he driving? Is he driving, you know, super fast to the next job so he can get done as quick as possible, that kind of thing. So that's something that I think you're going to have to monitor, you know, paying a guy a salary, is since they know they're getting paid a certain amount, they don't really have any reason to take their time and do a really good job. In some cases, in this specific case, you know, I'm worried about him, you know, going too fast, which obviously can create some issues potentially if he's not being careful, paying attention, because his mindset is I'm going to get done as soon as possible. So that's something I've noticed there, and something I've had to talk with him about, and, you know, just communicate, you know, my thoughts when it comes to that and going real fast. And, you know, I'd really rather him take his time, to be honest with you, instead of rush. I don't like being rushed, and I prefer my guys working for me not to feel rushed. I just want to do a good job, make sure the customer's happy, not get any complaints, not have to worry about coming back. So that's something that has, something I thought about and kind of bugged me a little bit, is he's in such a rush to get done that he's going to make mistakes or potentially have a wreck if he's trying to go too fast in the truck and that kind of thing. So, but anyway, yeah, y'all, those are just some things. I'm sure I've left some stuff out. Don't want the video to get too long. Really curious what you guys that have had experience paying a salary, the guys out here, if you thought it was a good idea. Did you continue paying the guy the same salary? Did you give a raise every year? I mean, I'm just curious your experiences. Y'all let me know your experience, if you thought it was good, if you thought it worked out, the pros, the cons, all that kind of stuff. I think we can all learn from this. I will say this. I'm leaning towards, unless I find a guy that I know for sure is going to be with me for the long term. Justin has made it known, by the way, that he's looking for a government job. He's looking to become a police officer. Whether he gets it or not, frankly, I don't care at this point. We've agreed. We've got an agreement through September, so I'm hoping it works out till then. You know, I'm obviously making plans in case it doesn't, So I really don't know what's going to happen with this whole situation that he's claiming he's looking into. So we'll see how it goes there. But regardless, yeah, this will be the last year I'll pay him a salary, because he's already mentioned the fact that he's looking into other things, right? So yeah, y'all, I doubt I'll do it unless I find a guy that really offers me a lot of value. I'm thinking more of the lines of, I talked to JR about this, about giving a guy in his specific case, a weekly minimum in the fall and the winter when we slow down. If we have a lot of those, weather days or holidays in those weeks, we're not getting as many hours in, getting as much work in, and doing a weekly minimum. But he's going to have to prove to me in the spring and the summer that he's going to be reliable and be dependable in order to earn that weekly minimum rate, right? But anyway, yeah, those are just kind of my thoughts in terms of my thinking. Like I said, it's got its pros, it's got its cons for sure. Right now, I haven't really been feeling too good because he has been missing some time here recently, so I'm not really feeling too good about the whole arrangement right now. But I'm sure I'll benefit this spring and the summer, when we get real busy again. So that's something you got to consider for sure. But anyway, hey, listen, y'all let me know what you think. Curious your thoughts, experiences, all that. God bless each and every one of you. Talk to you later.